I started the day today by testing Lucario Melmetal with Zacian, and in my first game I lost so badly to a Pikarom deck that I decided to see if Pikachu and Zekrom-GX truly survive rotation. With rotation, it lost Electropower as well as Thunder Mountain and a couple other things, but today I'm using Sackett Bremer's undefeated list that features Crushing Hammer and Team Yell Grunt, so hopefully that slows down your opponent long enough for you to recover from the fact that getting a turn 1 full blitz isn't the easiest thing anymore. You also play a copy of Vikavolt to help slow them down. The Tapu Koko, thankfully that didn't rotate. You have 2 copies of Boltund because Boltund's awesome. And the energy, there's 4 Speed Lightning and 10 just regular energy. And it's not often you see a Pikarom deck playing 1 Stadium, but without Thunder Mountain, there's really no reason to focus on Stadiums. You just play 1 Chaotic Swell and that's it. For this video, I probably won't cut out any bad matches because I want to see if, completely unfiltered, Pikarom can still win these days. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I won the coin flip. I will go first. I think that's just the smart thing to do these days. And oh my crap. Okay, this has happened. I played 3 games earlier today to test this deck. All 3 games I started Tapu Koko Prism Star and nothing else. This game, I did start at Dedenne, but what is going on? Come on, PTCGO, and all my supporters are going to the... Oh, jeez. This is something else right here. So the good thing is that they can't knock it out. The bad news is ugh. I guess I'll just get a Pikarom attached to it, and I mean, come on, PTCGO, this is embarrassing. So I think I just have to go for it, right? Just put the 2 energy down. That is... Oh, come on. Well, it actually worked out, surprisingly. And there's an Air Balloon, so I can... I have Electromagnetic Radar. I can Air Balloon the Tapu Koko. I don't want to Air Balloon the Tapu Koko. Do I just pass and see what happens? Sure, let's pass and see what happens. That is such a rough... Oh, man. Getting rid of 3 research and a Bird Keeper. Bird Keeper is really good. I think right now I will just have to Dedenne next turn. Hope I get a switch. The Big Charms might not come into play because they... Oh, jeez. They do play Tool Scrapper. The Pikarom maxes out at 270. So that's not a really big deal. They did 30 damage to Tapu Koko. That's totally fine. And they don't have any energy. And there's an energy switch. Okay. So I can guarantee that I get a full blitz this turn. Just with the way this would work out. Because I could retreat. I have 2 energy. No, I still need a switch, right? Or no, I would... Yeah, attach there. Air Balloon. Retreat. Energy switch. It's a bit of a waste of an Air Balloon, but, you know, that's what happens. So I think I just blow up the Koko, get rid of the energy on the Dedenne. Maybe I should have grabbed a Boltund. That might have been the smart thing here. Or no, because I want to Dedenne, right? Do I want a Dedenne? It would make their life a lot easier if I used Dedenne. And I think I have to. I think I have to be aggressive in this situation. I think at the end of this game, I'm just going to have to worry about getting Boltund. And I'll ditch this Pikarom. I don't need this Pikarom. I just have to hope they don't see their bosses and... Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is... Please tell me I have 3 energy. Good. Okay, I at least have 3 energy left, but they can knock me out next turn. And all my energy is in my hand right now. I have like 2 Speed Lightning energy left somewhere, but what is with this game? Why does the RNG hate me so much? My opening hand is all my supporters, and then this hand is all of my energy. Can you explain that one to me, please? You know... Things were rocking and rolling at the beginning when I was testing this. I won all 3 of those matches. I won. Even though I started Tapu Koko, all those games, I won every single game. The deck didn't always cooperate, but it was never this bad. And this is just magical what you're seeing happen right now. But if they can't get anything going right now, they might just concede. Yeah. They were just going to concede. They couldn't get a VMAX into play turn 2. They had a pretty standard list. Yeah, they got the incense, so they changed a couple things. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward list. And alrighty, I will go to game 2. And I won the coin flip again. I know I should probably show you what happens when you go second, but you really just want to go first every game. You know, I do like how the meta has sort of shifted where going first is actually really good because you get that first energy attachment. Let me guess, it's going to be Tapu Koko and nothing else. That's always what... Okay, it's Vikavolt. So they might think this is Vikavolt deck and they might play a little bit recklessly. As long as I'm not in a position where they... Oh, that doesn't tell me anything. Okay. So if I Electromagnetic Radar... I mean, if this is ADP, if this is Eternatus, I really don't think it matters. However, I think I should just go get a Pikarom. This is tough. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go get a Pikarom and a Dedenne. Going to... hang on. I realize I can do some crazy things right here. Let's see if I'm actually thinking properly right now. Okay, so I put that down. I get rid of that. I get Tapu Koko. No, because I can't do it because I don't have enough bench Pokemon. Okay, well that was a mistake on my part. I was like, oh, I can just energy switch up to the Pikarom. And no, I'm short one bench Pokemon. Well, that was my mistake, and I better not get punished for it. Well, I didn't get punished. Good. And I do have the Boltund. I have Vitality Band. I mean, I can 3-shot this Crobat, which is kind of funny. Sure, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put the Crobat down, draw some cards. Bosses, and that. I think I... Sure. Let's blow that up, and basically I am in a great position if they Marnie me. If they don't Marnie me, I'm in a horrible position because I've already used Tapu Koko. I'm down, I'd be down 3 energy because I can Eldegoss for the research. Oh, it's Mad Party. Okay. So I should have gone second if I'd known it was Mad Party because I could just shut down their items all game long. And that should definitely be a Big Charm and not a Vitality Band. But they're just going to do everything. You know, whenever I play against Mad Party, they always have the best turn 1. Doesn't matter if they're going first or second. I played against the Mad Party deck in Standard. They got down to 14 cards left in deck on their first turn. They hit every Great Ball. They hit, you know, their Dedenne was perfect. Their research was perfect. I think they had Familiar Bell. They used Rose Tower. They had their Crobat. They had a Rangaroo. They had Jirachi. They burned their entire deck down, and that's what happens when I play against Mad Party. When I play Mad Party, I start a Sinistea and have to pass because my hand is just energy. And you're just seeing, it's just going off right here. You know, it doesn't matter that I'm going to shut down their items next turn. They already have, 6 Mad Partiers in the discard? That's kind of crazy. Was that 7? No, still 6. And yeah, so there's really no point shutting down their items. I mean, I can bosses the Sinistea. They don't have items next turn. Oh, this is just a tough position to be in because I don't want to add to their damage. Do I seriously just... No, that seems like a horrible decision, but I don't have a switch. There's no good option here. I think they just win. I mean, I can hope that they don't have another Bunnelby, like they just don't have an... Oh, jeez. Well, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to Paralyzing Bolt. They are going to take a knockout next turn, but they can't play items, so maybe they can't get another Sinistea. So I'm banking on the fact that they would have had a Poltegeist and they have some Mad Partiers, but they can't play items. I can bosses again. I don't know where that gets me. But what is with all this energy being in my... Oh, hello. What did you get rid of? You're down 3 energy. That could be how I win, but it would be not that likely. Okay. I do play 2 copies of Reset Stamp. I would prefer not to have to Reset Stamp or not have to research. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? I would have had a full blitz? Oh my God. Okay, well, there... I can't get rid of all my energy, can I? I play 10 basic lightning, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't. I'm not in a position where I can do that. And my Crobat's down. I have the Eldegoss. This is just... You know, the Pikachu deck is good. Post-rotation, yes, Pikachu is good. It's being given away for free on the ladder. Yeah, post-rotation Pikachu, is it a good deck? Did it survive rotation? Yes, it did. Is it slightly different than what you remember? Yes, it is. Is it as good as you remember? No. Like, you can just get yourself in a situation like this where you can research all your energy and you just lose because you have no energy. And I don't think I can win this. The only way I win this is if they don't have 10 Mad Partiers and they have 9. So if they get 1 more Mad Partier in the discard, I lose. If Boltund can survive, I have a chance. If Boltund goes down this turn, I have no chance. Oh, please tell me you can't put another one in the discard. Please tell me you're just going to hit for... Boom, I got a chance. Okay. So this turn, yeah, I'm just going to do that. If I hit the Bunnelby, I give them what they need. They're down 2 Poltergeist. I can't, having those 2 Sinistee down is really good for them. I can knock out the Mew this turn. That doesn't help. I think I just have to knock out the Bunnelby. Is there any way? Because I'm doing 40, 70, 100, 130. I'm 1 energy short of a Dedenne knockout, which I would really like to do. Okay, well, let's... Yeah. Things didn't go great. No, I don't know if I can win. They're very low on energy. They've used 5. They probably play 8. I mean, if I can get the Big Charm and I can Reset Stamp them, yeah, that's fine. What I need to have happen is I need to bosses the Mew, knock out the Mew, Reset Stamp them, get a Big Charm, and just hope that they don't got it. That is how this game is gonna end. Alternatively, I could just tag bolt the Dedenne or the Crobat, but I mean, I don't think there's a better way I could have played this just because my hand was energy and that's it. And actually, now that I think about it, I cannot use a full powered tag bolt unless I use Marnie. That's the only way this happens. Because you have to have energy from your deck to accelerate with full blitz. But I also cannot knock out a Mad Partier, right? Because they're going to be, oh man, they're just... Will a Marnie just win me the game? So taking 2 prizes. Gonna have 4 cards. I mean, a Marnie would be interesting. Okay, so what's their Mad Party count? They got 4, so they're doing 120. I think they win. I think they just have it. I mean, what's their Switch count? They haven't played any Switch. Do they play any Switch in this deck? Because I could try and bosses the Dedenne or bosses the Mew. If I bosses the Mew, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one I bosses, right? So, hang on. Let me do the math one more time. So that's 80. Well, hang on. So 200, 240. Right? Okay, so they're doing 240 damage right now. They have 12 Mad Partiers. They probably can't get another one. So I think I bosses the Crobat or the Dedenne or the Mew. Yeah, I think I just do that, and then I tag bolt it, and I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I made a huge mistake here. I think I will Electromagnetic Radar, get rid of Energy Switch and that. Those two. So do I have a Big Charm in the deck? I have two Big Charm in the deck. I have a Chaotic Swell, I have a Bird Keeper, I have a Reset Stamp, so this could work out for me. This could work out for me for sure. I guess I should try and thin the deck a little bit. Oh wait, don't have anybody. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of everything. Hope I get a Big Charm. And if I don't, hey, I did. Okay, so there's the Big Charm. I didn't quite get what I need. The Reset Stamp doesn't really matter because I didn't get the Chaotic Swell. And yeah, I'll just tag bolt and let's see what happens. If they have a scoop up net or something, then I'm in trouble. But that Chaotic Swell would have really saved me here. With Chaotic Swell, I could have stopped them from using Rose Tower, but let's see. So they'd have 2 more Bunnelby and 2 more Poltegeist. They need 2 more Mad Partiers in the discard. And they need 1 more Mad Partier in the discard, but it would just be a Poltegeist. So they need a way to get this Poltegeist in the discard. Unless it's prized. The Poltegeist is prized. They don't have a Tool Scrapper. They prize the Poltegeist. Down to the wire. Oh, no. See, the Rose Tower. I told you the Rose Tower was going to win it for him. If I just gotten the Chaotic Swell, I would have won. I knew that Rose Tower was going to come back, and that's why you should play 2 Chaotic Swell. But I was just some slightly better draws away from winning. I was a Chaotic Swell away from winning. The Big Charm came up huge. That all in all, the Pikachu deck performed despite just drawing horribly. Let's go to game 3. I'm sure I will do so much better in game 3, right? Yeah, right. And for the 3rd game in a row, I won the coin flip. I will go second just so I can have a game where I at least see what happens when you go second. Yeah, I cannot really... You know, this is where Zero Aura would really come in handy, or Float Stone, but they're not here anymore. They're not in standard. And, well, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this is Eternatus. I can potentially tag bolt the Sableye, because if they double attach to the Sableye and paint it with enough Zigzagoon, then I'm in a horrible position. So I would kind of like to tag bolt the Sableye if they attach to it. If they don't attach to it, then I should be okay. But my first game with this deck today in testing was against Dragapult VMAX, and that was definitely a what year is this kind of moment. You know, neither of us should have been playing those decks in theory, but Pikachu performed well. It won the game. So that is, oh, that Absol is horrible. So post-rotation, Pikachu was better than Dragapult. At least it can say that confidently. But I don't think it can really do well against Eternatus going second. If I'd gone first, then I think I'd be in a great position because they're a manually attaching deck. I'm pretty much a manually attaching deck. You know, if I start Boltund, things are different. If I start, you know, even if I start Tapu Koko, I have the Air Balloon. Oh, they got another Absol. But Eternatus likes to go first. Not only did they go first, they got a full-powered Crobat turn 1. They have an Eternatus down. As long as they can get an energy attachment, that is the dream. They have the dream start. So I think this matchup is just going to show you, always go first with Pikachu. That is the thing. Pre-rotation, you wanted to go second because getting that turn 1 full blitz wasn't difficult. Oh, jeez. That switch would have been great in a little bit. Okay, so Please tell me I have Tapu Koko. I do. Please tell me I have Thunder Mountain. Ha ha ha. Okay. 4-speed lightning, so I'm just going to ditch all those energy. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Crobat is... Well, you know... Crobat might actually come into play here after all. And it's not going to be for the effect. It's just going to be for the... Oh yeah, I got a... Whoopsie. Forgot they had 2 Absol. Well, they have just outplayed me, haven't they? But if you look at that, I wouldn't even have gotten the thing out of the thing. So let's Crushing Hammer, see if that helps. That did not. I have Energy Switch, I have Reset Stamp. I think I just have to Dedenne and hope, I guess. So I'll get rid of those. 1 Dedenne. So the question here is, what am I trying to go for? Am I trying to go for a Boltund Electrify play? Am I trying to go for Tapu Koko? What am I trying to accomplish here? Like, if this Crobat goes down, it's not the end of the world, but then they're going to have a fully set up Eternatus. I think I just Dedenne and see what I get. And didn't get really anything. So that's a done. Okay, so the Crobat's probably getting knocked out. Next turn, I can Eldegoss, but the only things I have are bosses and research. You know, this is why Bird Keeper is actually pretty good. Is for situations like this, but I would need a Quick Ball. I just, you know, you rely so heavily on Tapu Koko in post-rotation builds that if it's prize, you're pretty much out of a game, and if you can't see it, oh dear. Oh dear. And they're going for my Pikachu, so they're only 1 Pokemon away from getting the knockout on Pikachu. They just slap anybody down and they take out the Pikachu. And that is bad. The good news is that, well, there isn't really any good news. If I top deck Tapu Koko and they don't take the knockout, that is good news. But I would pretty much have to top deck Tapu Koko. And what are they doing? Please tell me you whiff the knockout, but I mean, they can clean it up with some Zigzagoon next turn. All they need are 3 Zigzagoon or just enough scoop up nets. But what are they waiting for? Are they doing the math? Are they trying to find something? Okay, so they were 1 short. That's good. And I got a Marnie. Okay, Marnie is not what I need. I need to... It would have been nice if they put down Dark City for me, but they didn't do that. So, do I just go for... Oh, jeez. There's no good option here. I just have to hope that this works out for me. Well, I don't have any more Dedenne. I don't have any more Crobat. So... And if I bench the Eldegoss, I can't use Tapu Koko. I can't do anything. Oh, geez. Okay, so I'll just get rid of these 2, I guess. I just did that to buy some time, but I needed Boltund or Vikavolt or something. I have 4 Quick Ball? Are you kidding me? Okay, sure. That's about all I can do right now. I have a Reset Stamp, but yeah, I just lose because I didn't get the Tapu Koko when I needed it. They're just going to take a knockout, so I will end the game here because what's going to happen is they'll knock out Pikachu. I can't really recover. They can just take a quick knockout, so I will concede and go to a quick game 4. And would you believe it, for the 4th game in a row, I won the coin flip. I am definitely going first this game. Okay. You know, this is the danger of only playing 11 Pokemon, is that you mulligan. But just think about it. How many decks want to go first? You got the Zacian deck. That wants to go first because it can Intrepid Sword a million times. You got the Pikachu that wants to go first. You got Eternatus that wants to go first. ADP Zacian wants to go first. Dragapult, if someone's still playing Dragapult, they want to go first. And yeah, let's just speed lightning it up here. Okay. So I guess I Energy Spinner, or do I save that for next turn? Because I don't really want to lose any of this. I don't want to Denny the hand this early. Crobat's kind of useless. The Boltund would be good, but I think just getting a Pikachu set up is the smartest thing. Obviously, in the Eternatus matchup, you don't want to have an energy on a Vikavolt. That is kind of useless. Because, well, you don't want to have a Speed Lightning on it for sure. But I do have that extra turn to play with. I think, it would be really nice if you could Energy Switch Special Energy, but only Tag Switch lets you do that, and Vikavolt's not a Tag Team Pokemon. And there's the Zigzagoon. Okay. So they're just probably going to ping the Pikarom because they do... Okay. What are they planning there? They do know they don't need a ton of Pokemon to knock out that, do they? Okay, so they're going to Power Accelerator the Vikavolt. I hope they know that my game plan wasn't to shut down their items. There's no point shutting down Eternatus' items. They rely on Crobat and Research and Peers. So if you think you're going to win by shutting off Eternatus' items, you're very wrong. It's just I was in a position where I didn't have a great starting hand. I needed to use the Speed Lightning energy to draw cards. As much as I'd like to have a basic energy on the Vikavolt, hey, that's not great. In hindsight, maybe I should have put the basic energy on the Vikavolt, but... Oh, geez, I don't have any... Oh, man. Marnie. You should ban Marnie before you ban freaking ADP. Marnie is just... Look at the hand I had before and look at the hand I have now. I have to... Oh, well, there you go. Okay. Never mind. Hey! Sweet. So I guess I'm just gonna shut down their items, apparently. That's the game plan now. And I have a Chaotic Swell. I guess that's a thing. So I can... Okay, so this is kind of a side to the deck I didn't think I'd see today. And it shows what Sackett was thinking is, if they can't play their items and you can remove their energy turn after turn, there's not a whole lot Eternatus can do, but I'm down my Eldegoss, and I haven't seen the Team Yell Grunt, so... if you draw a little bit better... Hey, Switch comes into play. If you just draw a little bit better with this deck, I think you'll be fine. It's just, I didn't draw very well. Hey, that'll help me. Oh, no, it won't. So I will Speed Lightning it up. There's a bosses, so I can... Do I just try and hit the Absol twice? Well, that's not good. Okay, well, I'm definitely not using Marnie, so who do I want to bosses? I want to bosses somebody. Who is it going to be? It's going to be... I guess Absol? Because that's the most annoying thing, right? Or I could just save the bosses for later, I could put some more damage on this thing, but it's still really far away from getting knocked out. I think I want to do that. Again, let me know in the comments if that's the dumb decision. Because obviously you want to knock this out eventually, but I need to buy myself some time. Obviously they need to buy themselves some time, but I think it's more important that I buy myself some more time and take a quick, easy knockout. The Vikavolt isn't... Oh, there's research. The Vikavolt isn't in massive danger of getting knocked out, but... it's starting to be. And they can use Derail, discard a special energy. I really like that card, but I think it's a little bit too slow. As long as I don't have Dark City or a Switch, I should be okay. Oh, yep, this is why shutting off their items is not a good strategy. Okay, so if they can't find... Well, they can't use their items, so they would have to use Dark City. And I guess if I get a Switch or something... Nope, not a Switch. Okay. So I will do that. There's a Crobat. So I'm taking a knockout. Crobat won't really matter. So I think I do Marnie them. Because they won't have any items next turn. They will take a knockout, but again, they won't have any items. I can Paralyzing Bolt, and then I think I just hope that I get a Boltund or something. But Eternatus VMAX is just so powerful. Like, what am I supposed to do against this thing? Do I employ the Raichu strategy? Is that what I do? Because they're going to take a knockout. Yeah, they have 2 Eternatus VMAX. I'm not going to get lucky and knock out a VMAX and then have them discard all their Pokemon and win that way. There was no way that was happening. I mean, with a Super Zap Cannon, I could have done 290, but that's not enough. With Electropower, I could have gotten there. But again, Electropower is gone. And they have not really gotten rid of any of their resources, which is kind of crazy, considering that I shut off their items. Okay, so they still have to take 2 knockouts to win. Doesn't matter what it is, they have to take 2 knockouts to win. Unfortunately, I might have to bench Dedenne. Or maybe I don't have to bench Dedenne. So I'll go get Choo-Choo. And what's their boss's count in the discard? They're down 2. They might play 4 though. I think I have to hold the Dedenne just to be safe. Get that. Or no, I should have grabbed Dedenne. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. So we got that there. That there. I can ditch the Switch. That's not the worst thing in the world. If I get Tapu Koko, if I get... Okay, well I think I just go get Tapu Koko. Which is prized, of course. Forgot about that. So there's Boltund. I think I just have to hope they can't get their bosses. There we go, there we go. But I mean, they're knocking out a tag team anyway, so it's not a huge deal. And do I have another Big Charm? I have 4 energy. I don't have another Big Charm. Oh yeah, that's because I put on Vikavolt. So I think I do get that. And I play 2 Big Charm and 1's down, so that is highly unfortunate. Because Choo-Choo could survive a hit. Okay, so I can Marnie them, I can Reset Stamp them. It would be really nice if I could get some Electropowers and do some damage here, but I can't. And full blitzing somebody doesn't really help me. I mean, it would knock out one of their Pokemon. I could Reset Stamp them and bosses like the Yveltal, and that might buy me a turn. But no matter what, I have to go through any turn as VMAX. So I accidentally did that. I meant to play Marnie. I wasn't really paying attention. Well, let's... I guess I'll try and go for the Sableye, or do I go for... Let's go for the Yveltal and just say you don't got it like that. Let's try this strategy. You know, I misclicked and I played the Reset Stamp when I meant to play the Marnie. So let's just play this one out and see what happens, right? Maybe I get the Tapu Koko. Nope, okay. And yeah, so they still need 2 Pokemon to knock out the Pikachu. And I did Reset Stamp them, and as you know, Reset Stamp is guaranteed to mess your opponent up and they will not see anything that they need. They won't find any Pokemon, they won't find any supporters. They definitely won't find the bosses. And I'm just going to win, and it's going to be a glorious victory. They're not even going to know what happened. They're going to completely whiff this Pokegear. No bosses, no research. It's just going to be a Marnie, and it's going to be a Marnie into nothing. And they're just going to wonder, how did I get so good at this game that I was able to beat them with just this Pikachu deck where I bosses and Yveltal. Yep, there's a Marnie. Totally called it. This is going to be the easiest win in the history of Pikachu decks. Oh, crap. Please tell... Oh, they're definitely thinking about what they want to get. Yeah, there's Crobat. Well, they can't get another Pokemon. You know, you'd think they would have ditched more than... I mean, they haven't ditched a single Pokemon. Okay, that's fine. You'd think they would have had to ditch something along the way. And that doesn't really matter. But the 2 Pokemon in their discard pile are the 2 Pokemon I had to knock out. Which is just insane to me. You know, you shut off their items, you'd think they'd have to send something to the discard pile, but that didn't happen. And there it is. That's pretty much game. My options now are very limited. Okay, that's fine. So it was pretty much just a hope situation. You know, I think Pikachu can definitely beat Eternatus VMAX. It's probably not going to happen today. But I think he can do it. You just need to hope that they don't get everything that they need when they need it. And you hope that shutting off their items actually makes a difference. And yeah, so I have the Dedenne. That's going to be really unfortunate because... Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, so I will switch. I have to reset stamp them again. The Team Yell Grunt, I guess it matters? Sure, let's put that back into their hand. I definitely have to find a reset stamp. And, you know, a switch would be really nice to keep. I mean, I could go for Crobat. Just because then I can do the choo-choo play again. Oh, please tell me I didn't. Okay, if I don't have Crobat left in my deck, this is the worst play in the history. Okay, I do. And I have a reset stamp. If I get that reset stamp, then I have an increased chance of winning, that's for sure. No. Oh dear. Okay, well, the deck it didn't really cooperate with me today. I'll obviously leave a list in the description, and I'll leave a link to the list because it's not mine. But if the deck had just cooperated a little bit, it didn't cooperate very much with me on video. You know, slightly better draws, slightly worse draws for my opponent, and it's a much better outcome. Did Pikachu and Zekrom survive rotation? Yes, it did. Is it a tier 1 deck? No, it's not. It has fallen, but I wasn't out of any of the games. It was competitive to the very end. Better draws here, worse draws for them there, and it's definitely a better outcome, but I'll leave whether or not you want to play it up to you, and other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.